Right now, you're listening to the Championship Absolute Football Banter podcast, where we discuss upcoming fixtures, weekly match results, the table, all the clubs, and everything else. Right now, please welcome your hosts, Danny May, Tyler Tarft, Karl May, Dan McGee, Ash White, Ashley Slight, and other special guests. Sit back and enjoy.
Right then, guys, welcome back to another podcast on the Absolute Football Banter podcast. I am joined today by three other guests. We've got Dan McGee, Brentford fan.
Hi.
We've got Danny May, a Borough fan.
All right.
Karl May, a Borough fan.
All right, boys.
Good to have you on the podcast, boys.
Nice to be here.
Lads?
All good.
Spot
all
on,
good.
yeah.
So very quickly then, it's been confirmed this week that Nigel Pearson has signed a 3-year deal with Bristol City. I think that's a really good appointment for Bristol City going forward and challenging for going up. I think he's probably the right man to help them go up. And then another thing I want to say, happy birthday to Darren Moore. Obviously, he has been struggling recently with pneumonia and COVID, so I hope he's enjoyed it best he can. But Dan McGee,
Hi.
do you want to go over the last lot of fixtures then?
Yeah, okay. So, right, we're going to start off with the 12:30 kickoff. Like I was saying, as Gandhi said, as Jesus once said, never back the early kickoff, and how right were we? Bournemouth versus Brentford. Brentford winning 1-0. Obviously, me being very happy with that. Right, we'll go to you, Tyler, first. What did you think of that, mate?
Yeah, massive result for Brentford. You know, even though the top six are now confirmed, there's nothing wrong with getting wins and getting that confidence going into the playoffs. Obviously, a lot of people would have probably thought Bournemouth win. They probably look the better team on paper, but yeah, Brentford just wanted it that bit more to, finish as high as they can, and a bit of confidence going into the playoffs, which I think that would have done Brentford the world of good going into the playoff run.
Yeah, well, for me, Bournemouth winning that would have put them on level on points with their Brentford, or maybe went above them, would they?
I think would have just a couple of points.
Yeah, I mean it would have made it tight for the next two fixtures that are left. But yeah, I mean it's a great win for Brentford. Puts them 4 points clear of Bournemouth in fourth place. So that, I mean, they do all end up in the playoffs. Doesn't matter who finishes third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, but it stands them in good stead. You want to get a bit of momentum going into them playoffs. And obviously, if they do come up against Bournemouth, might just come into the mind of the players. Obviously, getting one over on them. So it can only be a good thing for Brentford, but I'm a bit surprised that Bournemouth got beat, to be honest, because they've been at a great run.
You boys said we'd lose.
Definitely. I thought you would lose. And Carl, you said the same, didn't you?
No, he went for a draw.
Oh yeah, he was a draw all week, wasn't he, Carl?
Yeah.
True. Every game. Every game was a draw for Carl.
No, but seriously, I thought Brentford would beat Bournemouth would beat him, to be honest. But it's a really good result going on form to get something from that. I thought Brentford did well, and like you have all said, momentum going into the playoffs, isn't it? And if it does become Brentford Bournemouth final, that could have a little mental advantage for Brentford, couldn't it? That they beat them recently. But yeah.
Right, so we're going to the next one now. QPR at home to Norwich. Norwich, obviously, they're being promoted now. 3-1, it ended in Norwich's favour. Another great result for them. They just seem unstoppable at the moment, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, that Norwich, well, they're going to win the title, and nothing else you could say.
It's looking that way, yeah.
And
I think going into that one, Norwich have simply got the title to play for now. You know, they know they've gone up, so there's no real pressure on them. It's just about enjoying these last couple of games that they've got. You know, they could happily play their under-23s or players that haven't played all season. They can just enjoy it now. They're up. But yeah, going for the title is probably the only thing they want to go for now. So
they only,
yeah,
is it a point they need in it? Point or something like that?
probably.
Something like that. Dan, what did you think?
Well, Norwich have been Norwich all season. They've been class. You wouldn't have bet against them to get beat against QPR, and it's been typical Norwich this season. You know, winning games left, right, and centre. Finishing the season strong. I think they've only been beat 7 times this season. So
yeah, same as us as well.
Yeah, I mean it's great. I think it's a great stat to look at. You know, drew 9 and won 28 games. So you know, you wouldn't have bet against them against QPR. That's 100% the right result.
Right, so we'll go to the next one. We had Nottingham Forest at home and at home to Stoke. Tyler, this finished 1-1. I bet you were happy with this result.
This was a nothing game to us, to be completely honest. You know, both teams are staying in the division for another year. You know, none of them are going down, none of them are going up. And I think that's just the sort of result you'd expect from that type of game. You know, when there's nothing to play for, there's no really oomph to get the players really going for it. And yeah, it's probably the typical core result you would have predicted before.
Karl?
Yeah, you ain't gonna. I think I put it down for a draw.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything else, to be honest.
I mean, for me, you know, 2 average teams playing for nothing, really.
Playing a nothing game, yeah.
Yeah. Lewis Grabban being just mediocre. Doesn't really score many at the minute. I don't know. I mean, wasn't nothing that excited me, to be honest.
Okay, but we're going to the next one. 7-goal thriller of the weekend. Blackburn 5, Huddersfield 2. Like, Dan, like what did Blackburn do to get a result like that over Huddersfield?
Well, for me, obviously they wanted it more. They wanted the win more. Blackburn, you know, probably shown that they've been a bit better team this season. Huddersfield are in a dogfight, really. I think they've just survived. Yeah, but looking back at the points now, that they've just survived. The only other team that's potentially go down is Derby, which Tyler wouldn't like to hear, but they sort of cemented the place for next season.
Yeah, I think they're 1 point above 1 point above safety line now, and so there's only Derby that can go down.
Well, we'll get onto that, but Tyler, what did you make of that, mate?
Yeah, Blackburn towards the start of the season are a club that I thought might have gone for the playoffs. I thought towards the start of the season they were quite a good side, and I thought they got some big results at the start of it. I think they've just been unlucky with injuries. You know, Bradley Dack, he's been injured quite a bit this season, I believe. I think he had a hefty injury, and that's a key player for them. But this is a result I kind of, well, you know, you could sort of see coming. Huddersfield have been a strange side all season. They've had results where they go and win, but then they've had some hefty defeats. You know, I think they beat Swansea 4-1 at home, but then they lose games such as this. If they had a bit of consistency, they could be a club that's up towards the top. But yeah, they've just got to rebuild for next season now. And fair play to Blackburn. You know, they've got nothing to play for, but they still went out and gave it a good performance.
Yeah, and may I add as well, that Adam Armstrong,
Okay.
I don't know if you've watched him this season.
Yeah, he's class.
He seems to score a lot of Blackburn's goals this season.
He's up there, I think, with Tony, and that's
Oh,
the
Armstrong.
top championship goal scorer. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Armstrong.
been class this season.
I think he's
Yeah,
up there
yeah,
with
well,
Tony for top goal scorer, isn't
He's nowhere near, mate.
he? He was though, weren't he?
He's on 24, isn't he? Tony's 29, isn't he?
He was close
still
to
a
him,
good.
but then I think he got a bit of an injury.
Yeah. Well, for a side that's well in the bottom half, it's 24 goals, 24, 25 he's got. That's cracking going, really, isn't it?
Oh,
well,
definitely.
like you boys have said, the Blackburn have got goals in them, haven't they? When they won on the day, and that's why you could see results like that happening for them. They've had a few of them this season, haven't they? They just haven't been consistent enough, and a lot of bad injuries and stuff like that. I think it's cost them. But
Definitely.
I think they've got something to build on with it. With when you've got goals, all you need to do is sort the back out, don't they?
Yeah, I think they could do with a new manager as well. I know over social media and that I've seen quite a lot of fans wanting the manager out. So I think maybe under the right management, they could possibly push for going up next season.
Potentially.
Yeah,
We'll go on to the next one that I'll let you talk away with this one, Tyler. Derby 1, Birmingham 2. It just seems to get worse and worse for you boys. Like, it's a depressing time to be a Derby fan, especially going towards the end of the season. What's going on?
I mean, I watched us on Saturday, and I just thought that from the get-go, we never looked up for it. Obviously, we did go 1-0 up as well, which makes it even more annoying that we managed to get a goal. And even after the goal, I don't feel like, we was happy about it. There was no one really celebrating. It was just sort of a bit of a cuddle, and we get back onto it. And yeah, we just got no fire in us and no confidence for whatever reason, even though we went 1-0 up. Second half, though, Birmingham come out a different side. They had some real class. And they got an early goal. And then, in the second half, we just sat back, let Birmingham come on to us. And instead of pushing up for that second goal that we needed, we just invite pressure onto ourselves, let Birmingham do the business, and they did it well. But then we go 2-1 down and confidence is just gone. I thought if we got a result from Birmingham, not when we went 1-0 up, things would look better for staying up. But now I'm really not sure. We just got to hope that Sheffield Wednesday, Wickham and Rotherham are worse than us going into these last 2 games or 3 games for Rotherham.
Karl, Dan, I mean, we'll go Dan first, but what has been the pivotal really point in the season where you think, what the fuck has happened?
Well, an inexperienced manager for one, in Wayne Rooney. He's never took a managerial role. It's his first role. It was a big risk, in my opinion. And then, you look at Derby this season, and there's no fight, there's no desire to win games, go out there and grab the game by the scruff of its neck. And they take, like Tyler said, they took the lead, and to go 1-0 up and lose the game 2-1 and can't hold out to get a win against a Birmingham side, which, that they're nothing special. Derby should be playing them games out and trying to grind out results, and they just haven't had the minerals to do that this season.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, we've took an inexperienced manager off. We were bottom of the league when we took Rooney on, and having no experience at all, we've just brought ourselves into it. I think I'll leave Karl to talk now.
Yeah, well, I just think you've lacked goals all season, haven't you? I think you've relied on kids that have probably not dealt with the pressure of it well. Rooney, I thought was a poor decision, because even though it could have been an amazing masterstroke, nobody knew if he had it in him, did they? And I don't think he's had it in him in the end. And I think he needed some he needed some experience with him, didn't he? I know he's got McLaren upstairs, but I think McLaren maybe should have been on the bench and helping him doing the coaching and picking the team and stuff as well. Because, or even put McLaren in charge and Rooney as assistant would have been a better move.
Just for me, Tyler, you know, when Rooney was appointed, I want to know your thoughts of when Rooney was appointed to Rooney now, of your thoughts.
I mean, I think, you know, it's an odd one really, isn't it? Because, you know, when you've got someone as big as Rooney coming in to your club, as, you know, he's a legend in football, and it's quite excitable, you know, having him come in. And we probably thought at the start of it, you know, he's got contacts such as Sir Alex Ferguson and many other big names to him that could probably help him. And it was quite exciting for some fans. And then some other fans had that, you know, he's got no experience. Why are we bringing in a manager like that? You know, this is when you want your bigger names for this league, such as your Karanka, Warnock, and Chris Hughton, you know, them sort of names that you expect to bring in that situation that to take you forward. So at the start of it was mixed reactions, and I think now a lot of people want Rooney out, and I don't think it's just the fact that, you know, Rooney out. We've got a coaching team with no real managing experience. I know we've got McLaren, but when you look at Rooney's staff, we've got Shay Given, never managed. Got Ryan, I can't remember his name now, but the assistant, and he's got no real manager's experience, and that's what we're really lacking. And I read an article saying that Rooney turned away Steve McLaren's help, and, you know, it's not the time to be doing that. But I know that Rooney has took the players down to Swansea yesterday, ready for Saturday, so I don't know what's going off, but, you know, he's trying something different.
I think you've lacked some leadership, haven't you? And like, he might not have been the greatest player, but you had Keogh and that. I don't think you've got anybody like that anymore, have you? That just 100% for burn.
No, we're missing that. You know, that
aside.
I think
the heart on the sleeve sort of player.
I think the closest player we've got to that at the minute is Curtis Davis, and he's out injured.
Yeah, so that's another thing you're really lacking.
We've had really bad injuries this season as well. One of our key players this season has been Christian Bielik, and he's been out injured. So
yeah, I think you've got a big job to rebuild in the summer, no matter what league you're in.
Definitely.
Right, so we'll move to the next result. Barnsley 1, Rotherham 0. A result I didn't expect. I thought Rotherham would have put up more of a fight. Barnsley they're on different class. They are. Dan?
Well, I know. I mean, I expected a 3-4 to Barnsley, to be honest. And it looks like Barnsley just got a 2-minute goal in the first 2 minutes, and then just sort of played it out. So, you know, they've secured a playoff spot, and they've concreted that now. So I mean, I'd like to see Barnsley get to the final at least. You know, they've had a great season, and I don't think there's any other team that haven't been in around there that don't deserve it more than they do this season. Sorry to tell you that, Dan.
No, that's fine.
You look at the top six, and arguably they're the ones that are overachieving, and you know what I mean? They didn't expect them to be anywhere near there, did you? The rest you could have put the rest in the top six easy before the season kicked off.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Tyler?
Yeah, big game for both sides, really. Barnsley confirmed their playoff place with the win. Rotherham needed something from that in the relegation fight. And now things are getting tight. It's looking like it's going to be a last game of the season thriller between I think there's about 3 sides battling out relegation at the minute, and it's going to go all down to the final day by the looks of it. But I think Barnsley were always going to win it. You know, they needed it to confirm the playoffs. But yeah, for me personally, I'm happy that Barnsley won it. It helps Derby out in that relegation fight. So yeah, I was expecting it to be more Barnsley, like Dan said, 3 or 4-0. But yeah, I'll take a 1-0 Barnsley win with that.
Right, okay, we'll go on to the next one. Coventry 0, Preston 1. Not really a big game, if I'm being completely honest with you. What did we think, boys? Karl?
Well, I think we said last week it's not going to be a thriller, and I don't think it was it? But
I think I was
yeah,
my hair then at the time as well.
it was Preston and one of them teams. Sometimes they pull a result out, and they just pulled that one out. And I don't think it was anything special at all. A nothing game, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was just a nothing game. Preston North End got a penalty, scored it. That's it. Everyone went home, I think.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody was staying up to watch the highlights of it.
No, definitely not.
Tyler?
Yeah, Coventry obviously new boys to championship this season, so their target would have been just to stay up. They've got that done already. So now it's about rebuilding for next season, get back into their own stadium, which it has been announced they're returning to that next season. So yeah, just not just a boring game, really.
Right, okay, we'll move on to the next one. Dan and Karl, I'm going to let you boys take away with this. Fight between yourselves, who's going to lead. Dan, Middlesbrough 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
I thought we played well. Good, yeah, great win. I'm pleased that we got the win for Derby. I mean, for Tyler. It's I want Derby to stay up. But in terms of the game, Balassi was class. A young lad came on. I think he came on in the 68th minute or something like that, and he scored his first goal at 18-year-old Josh Coburn. So yeah, I mean, it was a good day all round for Borough. A 3-1 win. I mean, it was a nothing game for Borough, whether they won or lost, but it's a good win, and it was pleasing for the fans.
Karl?
Yeah. It was a really good performance, a really good game. I thought to watch as well. Like Dan said, Balassi was new. He's gone up a level. Looks good now. Hopefully we can keep him and he can have that sort of form next year. Coburn was great when he come on to get his goal for a young lad, and we'll save Derby for him, beating Rotherham and Chef Wed for him in the last couple of weeks. We'll keep him up.
What surprises me, sorry, Tyler, can I just nip in before you? Is that Duncan Watmore that played for Sunderland, never really got any recognition. And he came to Borough. I mean, he was injury prone. He came to Borough, got injury free, played most games, and still he started scoring goals from the get-go for signing for Borough. I think his work rate is absolutely phenomenal. Doesn't stop all game. Just want to watch. If you've ever boys watch a Borough, just single him out and have a look, see what you think of him.
I will.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy. He adds a little bit of movement up there because we've been a bit static up there, haven't we, for years anyway, not just this season. But he's added something differently.
Tyler, what did you think, mate?
Yeah, good result all round for Derby. No, on a serious note, good result for Borough. Obviously, their season's pretty much done with now, but I think in terms of the players, they need to still prove themselves to Neil Warnock. Obviously, Warnock has already started preparing for next season by looks. He's already said that Asson Belonga and Fletcher are going. So I think now it's the players that want to be there need to prove themselves. Warnock's probably made his intentions clear to the players for next season. So with them two going, I think that sort of says play. If you don't want to be here, get gone. And I think Aston Blonga and Fletcher have probably got the wrong attitude for Neil Warnock type players anyway. But yeah, a good win for Borough, and it, like these two said, good to see the youngster getting on and getting a goal. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, we've been tutored. I don't know if you've heard that Dieju from Bristol City could be coming. So we've heard Charlie White from Sunderland. It's another one. And there was Josh Windass from Sheffield Wednesday as well that we've been linked with. So
Delap
a few boys have heard.
City. Delap from City. I think he's on loan at Derby now, isn't he?
Who's that?
Delap.
He's not on loan at Derby.
Oh, but he didn't get him from the
he came through our academy, and we sold him to City.
All right,
Liam Delap.
He's a good player.
He ran a lap. No, all right, cool. Yeah. Right, moving on to the next game. Obviously, this massive game for Watford. Their promotion party here. A little bit jealous myself. Watford won, Millwall 0. I'll be the first one to say it. Well done, Watford. Well done on your promotion campaign. You're straight back to the Premier League with your parachute money.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Well,
yeah, of course, No, seriously, well done to Watford on promotion. They've definitely been one of the best in the league with Norwich. I did think they would batter Millwall by 4 or 5 goals, but 1 goal got the job done. That's all they needed. I think there's a lot of class players in there, and if they hadn't have gone up this season, they'd been hard to struggle next season because a lot would have left them. So yeah, that's it really. Millwall had nothing to play for. So well done to Watford.
Yeah, well done, Watford. Again, like you have said, the 2 best teams have gone up, haven't they?
We've not gone up yet,
really.
Carl.
Yeah, well, on your day, you were the best team in the league. You're probably the best to watch, but they're the most consistent over the season, aren't they? Despite a poor start for Watford, they've smashed the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Watford have been the best team this season. And congratulations to them. Immediate return to the Premier League.
With their parachute money.
With the parachute money. Stop being jealous.
No, well, I'm not. Norwich and Watford.
Say that without looking angry, Dan.
We'll move on to the next game. 10-man Cardiff, sorry. Beat Wickham 1-0. 2-1, sorry. What did we think of that, boys? Dan? I can tell you can't wait to speak about this one.
I'll tell you what. Next. No, it is what it is. I'm not really that bothered about it, to be honest.
I thought
Wickham are down, aren't
I thought Wickham were unlucky. They put a good fight up in that. The red card only came late, wasn't it? Was it 89th minute or something like that?
I don't know. But...
Yeah, I mean, Cardiff had nothing to play for, and Wickham are down. So, there's nothing great.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
I want to say up the Cardiff. Up the Cardiff, boys. Big win for Derby. Come on, staying up.
Right, we're just going to go over these two results very quickly. Reading 2, Swansea 2. Just very quickly, we'll give a quick summary. We'll do it in one word this time, like we did last week. That's pretty good fun. Tyler, you first, mate.
Boring.
Dan?
Predictable.
Carl?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Oh, yeah. That's about it.
Dan?
Didn't mean a lot to me.
Mine's predictable.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Bristol 2, Luton Town 3. Tyler?
Koi H.
Sorry?
Koi H. Up the fucking atters.
Well, I would just say bottled. 2-0 up and flipping lose 3-2. Shocking.
I would say shit.
That's fair enough. Fair comment.
But there was a lot more goals in that game than anybody expected, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't really bother me one single
Nah.
bit that game.
It was another nothing game.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Right. Last result, midweek. Obviously, this was our game in hand against Rotherham. We beat them 1-0. Outclassed again. Kim on the beast. One word again, Tyler.
Upper sexy bees.
Dan, that's free. You dyslexic person.
Predictable again.
Karl?
Well, I'll just say up the derby.
That's what? That's the... Oh, okay. I'm getting where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Understood.
Up the derby. Up the Rams.
Cheering.
Love it, you.
Love it.
Right, okay. Quickly, boys, we're going to go over these results. Just quickly give out your results, match predictions. Well, actually, no score predictions, win or lose for what team. All right, we'll start off with Tyler, then to Dan, then to Karl. Let's go first. Tyler, you ready? This is quick round for you. Sheffield Wednesday, Notts Forest.
Forest win.
Dan,
Forest win.
Karl.
Forest.
Okay, next one. Millwall at home to Bristol.
Millwall win.
Millwall.
Draw.
Don't be taking my place, you.
I'll be the draw master this week.
Wickham at home to Bournemouth. Tyler,
Bournemouth win.
Dan,
Bournemouth heavy win.
Karl.
Bournemouth smash him.
Do you know what? I'm going to be the person to say it. I can see Wickham doing them. I can. It's always results like that you look at it and think, like, Jesus Christ, what they got.
I bet when you go into the bookies, Dan, you may as well just put your 20 spot down the drain.
When I win my 50 grand, I'll lend you.
Offer 50 grand off a twofold.
Right, quickly. Birmingham at home to Cardiff. Tyler,
Draw.
Dan,
Birmingham win.
Karl.
Birmingham win.
Luton Town at home to Middlesbrough. Tyler,
Borough win.
Dan,
Borough win.
Karl.
Borough win.
Unanimous. Get up there.
Up the Barra.
Tyler, Swansea at home to Derby.
Swansea heavy win.
Dan,
Ooh. Draw.
Karl.
Draw.
I can see a draw happening, to be fair. I can. Norwich City at home to Reading. Tyler,
Draw.
Reading win for me.
Norwich easy.
Well, I don't
You
know.
can do
I
it.
think Norwich
You can
are
do
a bit. Well, I think Norwich will take the foot off the gas a little bit.
okay.
Nah, I think
Stoke City at home to QPR. Can't wait.
Who was that, sorry?
Stoke City
Stoke.
at home to QPR, the biggest game of the weekend. Tyler,
Stoke win.
Dan,
QPR win.
Karl.
I can't wait for that one. 0-0.
Only to be
Absolute
sarcastic.
thriller.
Right. Rotherham at home to Blackburn. Tyler,
Rotherham win.
Dan,
Blackburn win.
Karl.
Blackburn win.
Huddersfield at home to Coventry. Tyler,
Coventry win.
Draw.
Coventry win.
okay. The biggest game of the weekend, and I'm not joking when I say this. This is a massive game. Brentford at home to Watford. Tyler,
Brentford win.
Big
Brentford.
game that, you know.
There you say it, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to say Brentford win.
Very nice. Carl?
Brentford win.
I love you guys.
Is it?
Preston at home to Barnsley.
Barnsley win.
Barnsley win, be seeing you.
Barnsley easy.
We love a Barnsley all the same.
Yeah. I hope they go up.
I don't.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
Right. Whilst this is being recorded, obviously the EFL Team of the Year, season review, awards are going on at the moment. I'd like to say personally a massive congratulations to Ivan Toney, who came runner-up for Player of the Year. Buendia came first. For Tony's first season in the Championship, fair play to the lad.
I wouldn't
Yeah, I
even
mean,
have Tony in the top 10.
I think,
That's
he has been good and he's been class this season.
He's probably been in the bargain of
He loves the Brentford all the same.
Massively.
You bull up the one that comes second over the one that actually won it.
Of course.
Well done.
Right, no,
Would you-
a massive congratulations to Watford.
Yeah,
for
well done
promotion.
to. Well done to.
If we can sum up your results for this weekend, boys, and what's just gone on, just very quickly. Tyler?
You mean for us? Shit.
Fair enough. Dan?
For me, cracking win. Great performance.
Carl?
Yeah, same. Great performance. Happy with it because, to be honest, I wasn't really that interested in watching it, but I really enjoyed it.
No, fair enough, boys. I mean, listen, we've enjoyed the sun.
Yeah. Is that the newspaper?
We love the sunlight.
I hope the sun goes bust.
Factors,
The
man.
newspaper, anyway, not the weather.
Yeah.
We
All
love
of
the
it.
sun all the
All the
same.
same.
Oh, no.
All the
We
same.
don't love the sun newspaper.
We
I
do.
don't
We love
love the
the
sun
page
weather because I'm ginger.
We love the page 3 all the same. Anyways, guys, that's all we have time for this week. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, the Championship Absolute Football Banter and All Leagues Football Banter. Make sure to give us a follow. Join the group. Great group. Great set of lads.
Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're listening on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tyler Tarft. Cheers, boys.
Be seeing you.
Be seeing you.
Subscribe to Daniel, what you call DJ
McGee.
Dan McGee.
Oh, that's all right. I don't. Yeah. Shut up.
Ciao, boys.